Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pick Your Potion, where I will be sharing some somatic experiencing techniques that will help you on your journey of bringing more balance to your mind, body, and spirit. Now, somatic experiencing is an amazing tool that allows you to dive past the mental brain and into your subconscious, which is directly tied with our body. So much of what we cannot be processed is stored within us. So it is a great tool to utilize in order to gain answers that we may have if we're feeling stuck, to gain knowledge on how to help our lives thrive, and where we may have blockages. And I have shared a few other different techniques, but tonight I am going to be sharing with you, morning, day, or night, whenever you are watching this, I will be sharing the technique of song, music, voice. And you do not have to be a professional singer to utilize this technique to bring greater knowledge on where you may have blockages within your body. Now, let's just start with the understanding that everything in our world is frequency. And when you sing, you are very much so creating a vibration. It's coming out of you. And if you have any sort of blockages or constrictions within your body, it becomes very clear when you start to sing. I took a singing class, my God, back in 2018. This is when I moved to LA to really focus on my healing journey. I was just getting into a very serious part in my life where I was experiencing early onsets of Parkinson's, and I understood that there's generally a disconnection from the mind and the body. And I have a firm belief that if we suppress our emotions, this then becomes issues within our waking life, usually in the form of some kind of illness. And in my family, the genetic trait is Parkinson's. So when I started experiencing this, I knew I had to get very serious about my journey. And being someone who is very tactile, very kinesthetic, very right-brained, I utilize this gift of being able to pick up on sensitivities within my body with a very heightened ease. And now that I have this knowledge, I'm excited to share this with you. So while I was in my singing class, I noticed when I would try to breathe that I could feel the energy bouncing up and down my body. And I realized, oh my gosh, while I sing, I can gain clarity on where I have these blockages, where I may need to work on certain areas physically through massage. I really am a big fan of magnetic healing frequencies. I utilize them to neutralize imbalances in the body that are created via stress. But at the time, I didn't have magnet therapy. I was just really undergoing a deeper understanding of what may serve my body from a very tactile experience. And when it came to singing, I noticed where my breath would get stuck, and I noticed it would be in my lower body. Sometimes I'd feel the energy move to my foot. And I started to play around with this idea. And when COVID hit, I started volunteering at a local community garden. And I would go and I'd water the plants, so I'd be out in nature. But what I started doing was I started toning. And this is where you just sing vowels. And the reason why I like doing this is you're not trying to hit any specific notes. You're not thinking of the lyrics of a song. It's literally just you listening to the frequencies and the vibrations. And when you're singing these vowels, you can really pay attention on where that energy is going in your body, where it may get stuck. And you can feel if your resonance is off. So each day I would start with one vowel sound. And I worked my way through A, E, I, O, U. And it was very interesting how each vowel would be linked to a different mindset. It would be linked to a different energy. And I know that everyone is so uniquely different. And what E means to me may mean something different for you. But what I love is anyone can do this. There's no judgment around it. It's simply you tapping into that singing so you can dive deeper into your subconscious to get that inner knowing, those inner downloads. Because when you are singing, I find it helps you to open up into your higher consciousness. It also helps to ground your body. Whenever you hum, you're creating vibrations in the throat, which help to relax your vagus nerve, which then helps with digestion. It helps with your immune system. There's so many benefits to calming your nervous system and allowing it to reset. And when you're singing, especially if it was a journey, it wasn't always pretty. And again, come with no judgment. But I found the longer I did it, I usually did it, these tonings for about 30 minutes at a time, I always ended up with a big endorphin release. And I always felt more grounded. I always felt more centered. So if singing is something that really resonates with you, or it's something you've always wanted to do, but you may say, oh, I can't do this. Trust me, you don't need to be a professional singer. You just need to come with the intention that I want to connect with my body and I want to learn something or try something new. And so toning, using your voice, is something that is so powerful because it is a form of creation and you are bringing that creation to life. So if you have any blockages in your body, that will hinder you from creating. That will hinder you from thriving in a manner that may suit you. And so in singing, again, you can take notes and really listen in your body. I always like to do this outside. I'll do it at home when I'm alone, so I know there's no distractions. And I really take time for this. And when I'm singing, I can feel physically where my body's locked, if my diaphragm is super tight. And so when you get these notes, like, did I feel tightness in my hip? Did I feel it in my shoulder? And then you can start investigating further with that information. Do I need to do some type of massage? Do I need to start balancing out my movements? Am I overusing one side of my body more than the other? It really allows you to get into more of an intimate conversation with yourself, which is the key aspect of somatic experiencing. For through somatic therapy, the initial understanding of it is our body over time, due to stress on our nervous system, goes into a state of fight, flight, or freeze. And they've just now discovered fawn. And this will freeze your body and lock it into place. And then you can create holding patterns that then will hinder your physical movement. So in toning, not only are you bringing awareness to yourself on where these holding patterns may be, you're also calming your nervous system, which will allow you then to start healing your body. Because if your nervous system is on overload, you won't be able to get any type of results. I worked on bodies for 10 years. And what I found was if I calmed the nervous system, I actually would have better results. And so this is something that you can do in your free time, maybe once a week if you feel called to do so, or just with that knowledge that you can sing for hum or tone for 30 seconds or something. It takes 90 seconds to work through an emotion. So if you want to hum or if you want to sing, whatever you want to do, I just invite you to explore toning because you really aren't bringing any of the logical mechanics into it. It's simply, I'm just singing a vowel. You play with the octaves. You get to play. It's such a form of play. And through that play, you can then begin to feel what's going on in your body because you get into this meditative state. You get into the zone, as a lot of athletes will experience and can experience. And so when you're in the zone, you then can start really listening into your body, because if your mind is going, that hinders you from having that inner dialogue. So I encourage you to try toning, if that works better for you, or if you're just someone who loves to sing, know that there's nothing wrong with that either. I love singing, and I love to record myself and always play them back later and just kind of noticing where I was in my healing journey, what my voice sounded like then, versus what it sounds like now. Very big differences, and I can feel it internally when I'm singing. And that's all due to a big portion of thanks to magnet therapy. and releasing the chronic holding patterns that have been created under stress. Again, with somatic therapy, once we undergo that stress, we create almost an amnesia. So we are very unaware of these patterns, of these movements, which then can lead to issues down the line. And it has been shown that through somatic practicing, you can actually reawaken your body. You can actually start gaining movement that you may have lost. And having had scoliosis and being told I would need surgery at the age of 21, I am now 36 and I'm actually functioning better than I ever have before. And it's been a journey, and magnet therapy has been a huge part of that for me. And I've created these frequencies that you can listen to where you are receiving magnet therapy healing, just like you'd be receiving it from me, the practitioner working on you. And I created these because I realized on my journey that consistency was key. And it was also cost efficient for clients if they had these frequencies. So when you actually go into someone who is a professional, they can then really do the work that will clear the pathway for you then to really flourish. But I realized that it's up to us to be our own self-healers. A lot of us just don't have the tools. So if you are someone who would like to explore this, I will add this in the link below. But the physical support has to do with these universal points that I found on all my clients, also in working with myself. And these help to release those chronic holding patterns so you can start moving more freely and really experience the joy of having that release. I found them actually to be more beneficial than doing massage, which is why I left doing that. And I really want to focus on this type of work because it's super beneficial. It's the stuff that actually worked for me, and I wish I had sooner. So I created this not only just to support myself, but to support anyone else who needs this, because it was the one thing that truly helped me quantum leap in my healing, in my journey, and truly clear out the stuff that needed to be addressed. And it's really helped my body come out of this fight or flight to gain more movement, to gain more awareness. Literally, I'm having movement in my body that I have not had maybe my whole life, which is very sad. I want us all to thrive. I want us all to enjoy. And I really began this journey because I just wanted to dance my whole life, and I wanted to be able to move. So if you are someone who's just beginning your somatic experience, then try out singing. This is one example, one tool that you can utilize, because I utilize all of them. The magnet therapy is for those who are really wanting to quantum leap and quantum shift, because what it does is when you have a stress, when you have any type of stress, it creates a north pole and a south pole. And then that stress then creates an environment that is very open to pathogens thriving. So not only utilizing the magnets are you creating greater awareness in your body and releasing those points, because again, once your body is frozen into place, until you address those stress points, those polarities, you won't be able to get the movement that you're seeking. And so the magnet therapy is a great tool. And the physical support has to do with the muscular system. It has some minor chakras in there. It has anxiety. It has some depression points, as well as dealing with the lymphatic system, the nervous system, and your drainage pathways. So it's a nice introduction into that. And I will be providing a 25% discount for that course if you'd like to get started and really amplify your healing capabilities, because we are all electromagnetic beings that are built off of different frequencies, and these help to really harmonize the dissonance that has been created by stress. And in this day and age, we have more and more stress put on our bodies. So I found that magnet therapy, along with these different styles of somatic experiencing, are a great way to support your body as we continue to thrive in this era of technology.